So I've been training and coaching people for a few years now, and I've helped dozens of people get their first pull-up and get their first weighted pull-up. And my best was 47.5 kgs for the 8 reps at around 96 kgs body weight. And if I went back on time, this is how I trained to get my first 10 reps with 20 kgs fast. And why 10 reps with 20 kgs? Because this is a respectable strength, a good base strength that will help you with more advanced things such as muscle ups, weighted muscle ups, and it will build you a wide, thick, powerful and beautiful back. This video is for those who do 3 to 5 reps on the pull-ups. And if you cannot do a single pull-up, I'll link another video here that will help you get your first few pull-ups. So the first phase is clean reps and resistance. In this phase, you will build the resistance, the work capacity, clean your form, and build those reps up. So what it means having a clean form or a perfect form? It just means being fully locked out here in the bottom. When you go up, your shin has to go over the bar, legs always straight, no bending, no kicking, no nothing. This is what is clean form. So how do you do this? Well, in this phase, you want to aim for 90 total sets. Attention, this is how I would do it. This is not the correct way. There's millions of ways to get to your first pull-up, okay? So 9-10 total sets a week of pull-ups plus assistance. Assistance is very important here. It will help you get there faster, will build you the muscle, the resistance, the work capacity that you need to get your first pull-ups or to get stronger in the pull-ups. Here you want 4 to 6 total sets a week. You don't want to do a lot of sets because it will make you super tired and it can affect the main thing, which is the pull-up. So you want to aim for 2 to 3 times a week of pull-ups. 3 times would be the best for faster progress. And how do you progress? You progress by adding 1 to 2 reps a week to the pull-ups in every set. Okay? So every week you want to increase 1 to 2 reps. And attention here, you don't want to achieve failure in every single set or every single workout. Actually, you want to have 2 reps in reserve. That would be the best for you to progress consistently and not having these plateaus or burn yourself out. Meanwhile, with the assistance work, it can be rows, body weight, machines, barbells, whatever. Vertical or horizontal, this will depend on you. Pick the one that works best for you, pick the one that you like, and progress in weight mainly for you to get stronger, and aim for 8 to 10 reps, 6 to 10 reps to get the muscle, to build the muscle and get the strength up. You want to build here strength in the secondary movements because it will help you a lot with your main movement. And one thing I've noticed with my clients, a trend with my clients, is that they get stuck around 7 to 9 reps for 2 to 3 sets. I always try to aim for 3 sets of a certain number before progressing for more load or for more reps. And what I've noticed that they get there, that phase to that certain amount of reps, 7 to 9, and they get stuck there for 1 to 2 weeks and they seem to not progress with the pull-ups. So what I decided to do is drop the reps and start adding weight. We drop to around 3 to 5 reps and start adding weight like 1 kg, 0.5, 2 kgs. And from there, we start progressing every week with the load, 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg every single week. And in a single month, they usually go from being stuck to 7, 9 reps body weight to doing 5 reps with 10 kgs. And when they try to do body weight reps, they do 10 reps with ease. This is a matter of weeks for them to break that plateau of not being able to do more than 9 reps. Just 2 weeks of doing 3 to 5 reps with weight, they just break that plateau when 10 reps becomes something very easy. And this is phase 2, strength based. This is basically what I just said now. So in this phase, you're going to lower the reps and start adding weight. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4 kgs to start. And here you want to progress with weight, not reps. And you want to do 9 to 10 total sets a week, pull-ups plus assistance, like in the phase 1, 3 times a week of pull-ups. That would be perfect. Progress by increasing load every week to the pull-ups. This is what you want to do here. In this phase is usually the simplest phase. You just start adding weight every week till you see no progress. This is what I like to do with my clients. If something is working, I don't change nothing. They will do that thing till they milk everything in that exercise or in progression with that. So this phase usually lasts 1 to 2 months, sometimes 3 months, depending on the exercise. And then comes phase 3. This phase is more of a headache. It has more thought behind the training plan of what they should be doing. And also in this phase, you usually drop the load and you do these high exertion and progression variations. So here are a few examples. Pull-ups, weighted pull-ups with bands. This is a good method to build the velocity, to increase the velocity. Pause in the middle, pause at the top. These variations are very good for you to get stronger in those positions and to get stronger overall, because it will help you recruit more neurons. They are the driving force. They are the driving factor of producing as much force as possible. That will help you develop more force production, which is everything that you need for you to get to those big numbers on the pull-up or any other movement. So here you want to aim for 9-10 total sets a week. The same thing basically with the other ones here. 3 times a week. You have the assistance, but the assistance here you want to do less sets, because here you really want to focus on the pull-ups and the pull-up variations. The main focus will be increasing the weight, but there are other variables such as velocity, reps, time. Time could be time here in the pause, how long it takes you to do a certain set. For example, here with the bands, let's say it took you 40 seconds to do 5 reps, and after 2 weeks it took you 20 seconds. That's progress. That means that you can generate more force, that you are more explosive. And the same thing here, if you can spend 3 seconds up here, means that you got stronger in this position, which is the hardest part of the movement. Here is included methods such as cluster sets, rest pause, paused reps, slow eccentrics, contrast training. These methods are very helpful for you to break plateaus, get stronger at the weight positions, and get stronger overall. And going back to this example, this exercise will help you generate more acceleration. And force, total force, is equal to mass times acceleration. By becoming faster or being able to produce more acceleration, you'll get stronger. You want to play with these variables, acceleration and mass, basically, and how fast you can move the mass, how much you can increase the mass. All of these things will help you improve your force production. And how do you structure a plan in this phase? In this phase, you want to have your main pull-up session, which can be a 3x5, 80% of the load, a secondary session, which is a variation with way less load, like 50% of load, 3x5, and you want to play with the 5 to 6 reps, 3 to 6 reps. That's where you want to be. And then you have the tertiary session, which could be your normal pull-up or another variation. The thing here is I cannot tell you follow this. I have to know where you are, what you can do, your genetics, your leverages, and all of this plays a role on how your plan should be structured for you to have the most gains. This will depend from people to people, but having a main day, normal pull-ups, a variation that you like, that feels best for you, and a tertiary that could be a mix of both. But the thing is, the loads cannot be 80% in every single session. 80% in one session, 40% in one session, 60% in one session. You don't want to achieve failure if you want to get as strong as possible. Failure is something that you do in the end of the block. So some considerations here: frequency and recovery, avoid going to failure. You want to work on RPE 6 to 8, some sessions 8, some sessions 6, some sessions 7. 3 times a week seems the hot spot for progress. No junk volume. It will make you more tired and not give you the benefits. More doesn't mean better. There are people that think that doing more is better, but that's not the case. And on this phase, you want to do the same thing. You want to milk the progressions, the variations as much as you can. And by doing this for 2-3 months, it's guaranteed that you can do 10 reps with 20 kgs. And after doing this low rep, high exertion methods such as cluster sets, etc., you milk everything from this phase, you want to do the next phase, which is higher reps and decrease the load. And you want to do this over again. You go from here and you basically go from here to this phase, but with weights. You want to build up the reps, not the weight. This is what I think have these phases. You go around and around. So you finish the low rep phase, you get super strong, you milk all the cluster sets, rest pause, whatever you like, and then you repeat it again, but in this phase you're stronger, you're doing pull-ups with weight, you just repeat the same process, but this time you have the weight. You want to increase the reps every single week, but you have weight. This is how I do it.